welcome back to Crank's Fab Shop. Today we are, as you can see, I got my plasma table back there and she's full of water. So we got a little cutting to do on there for a local business, as well as I just need to get the shop moved around. We've done some stuff and, you know. But anyway, the big thing, I've just got this 63 pan there. I've got to get that moved out of the way because I'm going to start working on getting a dedicated fabrication machine shop, fab shop area in the garage. And so, you know, look forward to some videos later on, shop upgrade videos later on. And yeah, so we're going to try to get that thing moved. Try to get these wheels moved because we don't need those yet. And they're taking up a lot of space. I thought about putting them in the back of my van. They would fit in there. But I don't want to I don't want to lose access to Herbert because you never know when you want to go rip in your LS swapped van, you know. Herbert's battery is dead though. I'm gonna have to buy a new one. We've got it charging now to see if it'll hold. I don't think it's going to, but I'm not gonna show you all this. I'm just, again, you know, day in the life, cranking it with Crank at Crank's Fab Shop. It's a lot of crank.
That's what she said. Or he said.
All right, so we've been busy moving some stuff around, specifically in my fab area. Let me show you all. All right, so I moved some stuff around. I've had my fixture table there, and I moved it here just so that way we'll have a little more wall space and a little more room for the garage area there. Still have a lot of stuff just sort of everywhere. But for now, we're gonna have our wheels there for the Lodestar and just some wall storage. But you know, it does free up a little space this way because the Lodestar is pretty long. So we'll be able to move the Beetles forward a little bit, pull it in. And then we got so we put our fixture table over here. And as you can see, I will run a drop. I'm gonna run a cord up, you know, up there and then drop it for the welder. But until then, until I do that, I've got an extension cord that I can just run from there to the wall. No big deal. I do still need to get my Bridgeport wired up and my lathe wired. But, you know, still, like I said, still have some stuff to move around. But got my toolbox. This is going to be, you know, got like all my welding supplies there. Got some that type of stuff, you know, empty. I still do have to, like I said, I got to wire that in. I do have the whatever this thing's called, one of these frequency drive thingy. I don't know. Yeah, so we got that, and then just, you know, sort of some just fab area stuff here, and then just some project stuff that I'm working on sitting there, some lights I need to get hung up outside. But yeah, so that's what I've been doing all day. Well, I say all day. We made those brackets, the engine tabs for a local shop, got those ran over to him, and then shipping out some merch. So although I have spent a lot of time rearranging the shop, that's not all I've done, but it's a big part of it. We still have a lot to go. I was finally able to get the axle nut off of the 63 pan, and we got it moved over here. And this is still in my fab area. I just need to get it out of the way, and I still have stuff over here that I need to move around. I'm thinking about, I've got that rack over there that I've got just car parts on. And I've got this, you know, this pallet rack here. I've thought about cleaning some of that stuff off that pallet rack and moving it over here to sort of separate these areas and still be able to put parts on while I'm working on stuff. But I need to get the Beetle over here, or the Beetle pan over in this area. And yeah, my table's seen better days, but it's holding up just barely. And so that's sort of the idea that we're working with. I'm just trying to get this place ready to go full time. And, you know, just trying to make stuff a little more efficient. Anyway, drop a comment below. Let me know what you all think about the new sort of fab shop, the new fab shop area that we've got going on. And I need to do something with my material. I mean, look at that over there, which a lot of that is for a powder coat oven that I need to make. A lot of the galvanized, and I need to go ahead and do that. But I really need a better way to store my material. Yeah, I don't know. But if I can do a loft over top of this, I will do like a little gantry over top of the plasma table. That way I can put some type of hoist to lift my material onto there. Because tomorrow, we're going to the dyno with Michael to dyno his Evo 10, as well as he said there's gonna be a pretty big horsepower Evo 8 or 9, I'm not sure, on the dyno as well. We may hang out and check that out. So yeah, either we'll see you then tomorrow, or we'll see you when we get back for more cleaning the shop and reorganizing. All right, guys, so we're back from the dyno with Michael. Made some decent power with his Evo 10, and there was a pretty bad Evo 9 there. Definitely makes me miss my 9, but I think I need a 5 next, or a 6, 5 or 6. Drop a comment below, let me know what you think. Anyway, so we're back here at the shop trying to get some stuff cleaned up, and we just had a pretty hellacious rain come through. And let me just show you some of the issues I've been dealing with my driveway here and how I'm sort of trying to fix it. So as you can see, water just keeps running down the road and washing out my gravel. And you can see there, I started to dig a ditch up top. There's a pretty decent puddle there, and I'll post the picture here. And I decided to drive my truck up and down through there a little bit because, well, right before you get to the fence where the road's really washing out bad, there's a little bit of a ditch there, and it ended right there. So all the water that was in that little ditch on the left side of the road over here, like right here, was running over into the road and really causing it to wash out bad. So yeah, I drove my truck through there, but I think I'm actually about to get in the Baja Beetle and go through there and try to dig it a little better. Or I may have got a shovel, I may just go do that, but let's walk up here actually and see how it's doing after driving my truck through there. I just need to get this sort of evened out. That way it'll still be pretty easy to mow. But I don't know what is going on with this. Oh, I'm zoomed in, so that's probably not helping. Yeah, that was for sure it. But as you can see, we started spinning a little there while we were going. But okay, yeah, look. So it's already keeping the water off of the road a little bit, just from doing that with the truck. And it's just taking it to the field, which is where it ends up anyway, but it was just, a lot of it's on the road still. So yeah, it'll go down through there, and you can see here, it'll wash out through there and then come right there and just wash out my rock into the field right there, and we don't want that. So yeah, we do need to get some rock on our driveway after this winter. It's been pretty hard on it, but you know, to just do that real quick. Now I did mess up a little bit here when I was turning around. It looks like we got a little high, so we'll need to stomp that down. But yeah, so the water was just filling up right here, as you can see, and it would just come down our driveway and just go down the road that way. And you know, we don't want that. So I want to turn you all off for a second and grab my shovel and keep working to try to get this water drainage issue solved for now, because we need to get the road fixed, because we got some nice cars that are needing to come in, and we can't have them driving through mud. That's not professional at all. All right, we'll see you on a bit. All right, so my truck did pretty good, but there's still one spot that's a little high that the water's running through now, but not really the best, you know, not really the best. So we're in the Beetle. Let's see if we can clear this ditch. I'd say that did it. Oh yeah, would you look at that ditch? Yeah, so there's where we didn't really have it very good. Well, it's pretty good now. All right, now we need to get to the other side. We may do the same thing with the Beetle coming up through here. We'll go slow a couple times and see if it'll help. All right, so we're back in the shop. My ditch with the Baja Beetle actually worked pretty good. I think I filmed a little bit of that for you all. Just to show you what I'm dealing with here at Crank's Fab Shop, because my road keeps getting washed out. But anyway, we're back in the shop and we're still reorganizing a little bit. And I just want to show you all something. I'm about to move the 63 pan out of my fab area, right? Because we're doing sort of, you know, from here this way, because there's no garage door, just the main door. And I got my plasma table, got a bunch of my metalworking tools. You know, we've got our Bridgeport we need to wire up, got my lathe we need to wire up, and just some different metalworking tools over here. So we need to get this Beetle pan out of the way. We've got a spot for it over here in the actual sort of, you know, garage area. But I just wanted to show you all, look at this. I got my jack underneath there, and that's it. We are balanced. There's nothing underneath other than my jack. You see those stands up there? No, they're not underneath of it. Yeah, those stands aren't either. So it's probably gonna try to fall as soon as I go to move it. But this is probably pretty dumb, because if it does fall and mess something up, that would suck. But oh, yeah, sort of like that. All right, I'm gonna put the phone down or the camera down and actually move this the right way. All right, so there we go. We got the beetle pan moved over. All the parts that we pulled off the front end pulled over. We do need to finish pulling this rear suspension and the transaxle out so we can get this thing painted and ready to go. So we do need to be getting this back together. We also need to do a little work on the body, especially those heater channels, and then a little rust in that, I don't really know what to call it, that rear tray there. So yeah, but as you can see, we've got our fabrication areas coming together really nice. I still need a few things, but we do have more room here for more fabrication stuff. So I do think I'd like to get another table, fit another fixture table, or just another workbench, something a little bigger. I only TIG weld on this table, so try to get something that we can do a little MIG welding on and don't have to worry as much about it being, you know, a precision tool like our Sigmund fixture table here. So, yep. I do need to do a review on this. I said I was going to do it years ago. I've just actually not really used it enough. I do want to make some fixtures. We have a 3D printer over there beside the refrigerator. I do want to work on making some 3D printed fixtures for this, for the table, as well as one of the reasons that I really wanted to buy this Bridgeport is so we can make fixtures with it as well. I will say one thing that I liked better about our fixture table that we had at APR was it was 1/2-inch threaded holes, so it didn't, you know, it was easier to mount stuff to the table, where this uses these clamps here. And it's okay for, like, you know, the certain thickness, right? They have their stuff that's, you know, specifically made for this, right? So it's in there, clamped in there pretty good. But if we want to use something, you know, like this fixture that I've made, I'm having to bolt it and just throw nuts on the other side because it's not thick enough, right? If we try to use these, it just stays loose. You know, we can't do this, which I may modify this. I don't know if it'd be the right height or not. We can test that out a little bit here maybe, or just look. Oh yeah, so that'd be pretty close. Like if we use this, if we upsize those slots, then it should work okay. So maybe, who knows? It may just be a touch too small. I'm not sure how precise it has to be with how tall it is. And now we're, whatever, that's fine. It's just spinning in the hole, but it's not tight enough to where there we go. Put this back over here. So yeah, here's my setup that I got going on. Still need a few things for it, but we have our Miller Dynasty 210 DX. They're ready to go. And I did buy this a little while ago. I still need to get it all organized, but this is going to be my sort of, you know, fab area toolbox for our Bridgeport. I really don't need it for the lathe because I do have, you know, the lathe actually has these drawers, and so it's pretty bunch of spider webs and stuff in there. I really need to get this thing. It's a 110. So it's 110, right? But it's 3-phase. So I've got this low frequency thing. I can't think of what they're called still. Variable frequency drive, that's it. I've got this variable frequency drive, this VFD, yeah, there you go, that runs it. And let's see, I can plug it in to 110, but I don't know if it's just because of the drive. The variable frequency is setting off our, you know, that thingy, the GFIC, whatever, which are required in the garage because of, you know, code and all that kind of stuff. But I may just need to run a circuit for just this lathe that's not on that type of breaker, or maybe I find one of those that's a little better set up for this. I do have an electrician buddy I need to get to come over, help me wire up the Bridgeport, make sure I'm doing everything right with the VFD to run that. And we also need to get this lathe going. Mainly, I just want to tinker with this, try to figure this stuff out. And I've got 7 more working days left. So today is Thursday. I was off all this week. This is my last 7 off. It's pretty crazy to think about that, right? Because I've been at this place for the last 5-6 years. What is 6 years, I think? Yeah. And yeah, so I've been there for 6 years, and it's coming to an end. It's bittersweet. I hate the schedule because, you know, just DuPont schedule is not, it's hard on the body. You never get used to it. Anyway, but it's weird. This is my last 7 off. I'll go in for 4 days, and then I'm off next weekend, and then I go in for 3 days, and then that 4th day, which would be my 1 day off of that week, we go in and we out process. So yeah, and then expect after that to be seeing more of me here at Crank's Fab Shop, because I've not been looking for another job. I have a few options I could do. I got a few jobs that I could take if I wanted, but I want to try, you know, to go out on my own. I want to try to do Crank's Fab Shop and Crank Fabrication, which is my metal fabrication business. I want to try to do that full time, and hopefully you all enjoy it. Your support means a lot to me. So if you're watching this, go ahead, like this video and drop a comment to let me know that you're excited too for to come along on this journey of going full time. Yeah. So I do have a few really nice cars that we're going to be working on coming up very soon, which is why we're trying to get that road fixed. I'm going to call them, get some gravel tomorrow, brought out here, because I've got to get that fixed. I can't ask my customers that, you know, I've got some really nice 90s JDM that are needing to come in and get on the lift and get some work done. I'm thinking about moving the lift over to this bay. I want to get another 2-post, but I'm thinking about moving the 4-post over here. I don't know yet. It's not a big deal to move it. I've got casters. But should I move it over here? And then it would definitely make more sense where I use the 4-post for our exhaust work to be over here in the fabrication area. So it would definitely be more efficient to bring it over here. And it'd probably be a lot easier to get on the lift because it's got a little bit more of a slope over there on the outside. I need to get rid of these boxes. But I'm thinking about doing that. And like I said, we still do need to get another 2-post, and I'll definitely put the 2-post lift over there. So yeah, I think I need to just move the 4-post over here and just run me another wire, do my wiring, bring it over and drop it like I got over there. and just have our 4-post over here. The only issue with that is bringing in our international lodestar, because I think it really is probably going to fit better here, and it's definitely going to be easier to get in this bay, just like I said, because of that hill. There's a little bit more of an incline getting in that first bay than the second bay. But the 4-post is on casters, but if I need to do exhaust work, I can't really do that. So you know what? We're gonna leave the 4-post over there for now. We'll probably leave it there until I get a 2-post. All right, guys. So that's where I'm gonna end this video. We just moved some stuff around with the dyno, showed you all a few dyno pulls. But yeah, really this one was just this week. I've just been trying to get the shop ready. Still have a long way to go, but we're definitely closer than we were at the beginning of this video. So let me know what you think in the comments about how I've got my fab area sort of set up. If you see any room for improvement, you know, let me know down below. But anyway, like I said, that's where we're gonna end this video. Thanks for watching. God bless. We'll see you later.